think the best way to do a review on this product is just to put it through its paces and talk about it as I'm using it. This is a tilt coupler. It's an Attach2 brand. Has 180 degrees of rotation, 90 degrees each way. It also is a hydraulic quick attach. Kubota puts a loud buzzer on these. That's annoying, but it's necessary because it lets you know that your bucket can fall off. It's unlocked. So anytime your coupler is unlocked, your buzzer's on. So I wanted to have a coupler that I could attach and detach buckets from the seat without getting out, and I also wanted to be able to tilt. So that's what this does. And this tool, compared to a tilt rotator, this tool is tough enough and rugged enough to just leave on your machine full time. So that was a big thing for me. I wanted something that I didn't have to take off and put on and constantly fiddle with. And I wanted something that I could, obviously that's a root ripper, and I've used it about as much as I've used my buckets so far. I've got four buckets here and a root ripper, and I've used the root ripper just about as much as anything, and I wanted something that I could use tools like that, breaking roots, and use my buckets popping concrete and asphalt and stuff like that without worrying about breaking stuff. So that's why I went with a tilt attachment as opposed to a rototilt. As you can see, you can use your buckets in reverse. That's going to be handy. I haven't had this machine long enough to really discover all the usefulness of it. I do have this skid steer adapter. I think the reversible capabilities of the pin grabber is really going to be handy with the skid steer adapter, because I can use these pallet forks. How do I describe it? I can use them facing me or facing away from me, and I think I'll probably use the pallet forks facing away from me more than I will facing me, because I'll be lifting materials up onto, like a pallet, up onto a house, stuff like that. Where with a bucket, like this tractor bucket, this is a 6-foot bucket off my little tractor, I'll be using it more facing me than facing away from me, because I'll be doing some light grading with it, some backfilling trenches, stuff like that. And then on the skid steer grapple, I'll probably use it both ways, forward and reverse. So just being able to choose is really cool. Drop that thing off and I'll show you something I've already found is handy with a tilt attachment. If you have a bucket that's laying on its side like this, you can still pick it up. I think that's pretty cool. It's a time saver. So let me talk now a little bit about my experience with Attach2, specifically dealing with Adam at Attach2. Adam has made this whole process so painless for me. I had a lot of questions and concerns. I wanted to make sure seamlessly, and I needed to get my machine and all the buckets and the skid steer adapter, the tilt attachment, everything needed to arrive about the same time, and it needed to fit and be compatible. I needed to be able to put this machine to work immediately, because I was selling my old machine and buying this new one, and I needed to not have any downtime. I needed to be able to turn my old machine over to the new buyer and start working with this one the next day, and that's exactly how it worked out. And Adam at Attach2 was really instrumental in making that happen. He answered all my questions without making me feel dumb, and I had a lot of questions. He was just, man, he was just made my life so easy. I will say also, before I forget, I think after using this product, my opinion is new excavators should come standard with these tilt attachments. Once you use one, you'll understand that machines should have this kind of dexterity. Once you experience the added range of motion and how convenient it is and how useful it is, I believe you'll feel the same as me. You'll understand that these machines should have the ability to do everything you need to do straight out of the factory. I think it'd be useful for all sizes of machines, from micro excavators all the way up to big excavators, even backhoes. It's like going back to a machine without a tilt attachment is like putting your arm in a cast and not being able to bend your wrist or twist your wrist. It's just so convenient. I did choose this attachment over a Helitilt because I felt like this is something that I could keep on my machine full time. It'll never come off. This attachment is made, it's designed for more abuse than what this machine can put on it. It's an actuator, and if you've ever seen other things that actuators are used for, they're extremely tough. They just don't fail. They don't break. And it's, like I said, it's rugged and robust, and going to withstand more than your machine is going to be able to give it. There's probably a lot of stuff I'm not covering on this. I don't want to make this into a really long video. Oh, I do have one more thing I want to cover. If you're thinking about one of these, they do run off of your auxiliary hydraulics. I've got dual hydraulics on this machine, so I've got a toggle switch on each joystick, and I can use a thumb simultaneously. I can also use my grapple hydraulics. If you want to be able to do that, you're going to have to get dual hydraulics on the machine if you don't already have. So I think that's important for you guys to know. What else? Anything else, man, just send me a comment if there's anything you guys want to know about this. I think they're perfect for these machines. Being able to use them with your auxiliary hydraulics means you're automatically adept with it. There's no learning curve. If you've ever used a thumb or a stinger or anything with auxiliary hydraulics, you're just going to be natural with this thing. It's going to be second nature. As soon as you sit down in the seat, you're going to be able to twist this and do it seamlessly with the other functions of the machine. You're swinging, you're curling and uncurling, you're throwing your stick away from you. everything's going to be second nature if you're used to using your auxiliary hydraulics. So if you guys have any more questions, put them in the comments, and I'll try to answer them. And maybe in the future, if there's any interest, I'll make more videos showing the different usefulness, the different ways this attachment is useful on a job. You know, I'm kind of limited sitting here. I'm sitting here in front of all my buckets, but I'm not working this machine. I don't really have a purpose other than demonstration. But I could make more videos showing specific things on a job that this thing is handy for, like doing V ditches, flat bottom ditches, sloping walls, stuff like that. So if there's any interest, I'll make more videos on it. And if you guys have any questions, just throw them at me and I'll try to answer them the best I can. Thank you guys for watching. I hope this video was informative for you. Have a good day. Bye-bye.